Luther hesitates, stammering that isn't it. Something was wrong. He says, worry clear in his voice. Voltermime, intrigued, asks, what is amiss? Luther scanned the battlefield and in a worried tone reported, I don't see the first prince's forces around. They are not visible. It seems they are retreating. Voltermime's eyes widened in shock at the news. Outside the ramparts, Juan Douglas and the first prince's forces were indeed pulling back, laughing and taunting. Juan reminded Jordan, through this battle, we will obtain the Unclain's new weapons, lay waste to the second prince's forces, and ascend his highness the first prince to the throne. Through this battle, we will obtain the Unclain's new weapons, lay waste to the second prince's forces, and ascend his highness the first prince to the throne. Duke Waltermine gladly offered himself to be our meat shield. We can't afford to let this opportunity pass. On the battlefield, Jordan Waltermine, betrayed by the first prince's faction, grits his teeth in fury. Alone, he stands against the Unclain family's relentless assault. The two are surrounded by the Unclains. A red flag waves and Jordan Waltermine notices it, thinking it signals an emergency. Luther and Jordan, surrounded by the Unclain family, turn and see Juan Douglas and the first prince's forces in the distance. And Voltermine thinks Juan, that sly fox, would never propose an alliance without an ulterior motive. I knew as much. Would never propose an alliance without an ulterior motive. As an arrow shield. I knew as much. He lifts his enormous sword, infuses it with mana, and slams it into the ground, sending several Unclain soldiers flying, except Patriot. Sir Clayton, clutching the magic staff, trembles and says, bring the gravity back. Someone approaches Sir Clayton and says at last, I see your face, you mage. It's Logan Unclain, who charges a mana-infused blow. Sir Clayton cannot raise his guard in time, but before Logan strikes, a yellow aura bursts forward and parries the blow. Luther was stunned, gasping out the name, Golden Force. Logan arrived to save Sir Clayton, placing himself between them. Upon seeing Logan, Luther's face hardened. Jordan was surprised that Logan had managed to parry the strike. He then asked, how did the storm sword even make it here? I don't know, how did the storm sword even make it here? They suddenly turned and fled without looking back. Did something urgent come up? Jordan was taken aback and thought to himself, Jordan is taken aback and thinks I hate to admit it, but Logan McLean is a troublesome opponent. More worrying than him is Prince Romain, who is in the barracks. Juan will immediately go after the prince. Gritting his teeth at the complicated situation, he muttered, damn. Because of the tangled situation, he grits his teeth and bellowed, all troops, then he turns Logan and orders forward and said, do you think I'll just let you go? He commanded his men, concentrate your fire on the two transcendents, all troops. He commands his men concentrate fire on the two transcendents. He sneers at the useless thrashing. He coats his sword in energy and slices the bombs, so they detonate before reaching him. He shields Luther Kyle and urges him to go. Luther moves toward the prince. Sir Clayton says to Logan, before that flame-like aura, all projectiles are meaningless. Logan replies, I expected some of it, but not to this degree. Then he adds, as I thought, the blazing sword. Jordan says, Logan McLean, before you go, I'll ask one thing. Logan looks surprised. With a serious face, Jordan asks, when you fought Kai's brat, did you also use six circle magic? Both Logan and Sir Clayton react in shock. They exchange glances. And Logan replies, surely you're not asking because you don't know. They exchange glances, didn't Juan Douglas tell you about it? Jordan is stunned and cannot believe his ears. He opens his eyes wide. Jordan is stunned and cannot believe his ears. You were deceiving us from the start, Logan. Then Jordan says, I see. He tells Logan, don't feel safe just because you pushed the two factions back. Your deaths have merely been postponed for a while. He descends from the fortress. Patrick, seeing Yorton, tells Logan that he faced every attack alone and was the very last to retreat. Enemy or not, truly, he's incredible. Logan agrees with his father's words and adds, our plan is progressing smoothly. As expected, since Juan Douglas's army took greater losses, they abandoned the alliance and retreated. From Valdermain's earlier question, it appears the existence of six circle magic was kept secret. Kai arrives worried, asking, are you unharmed, Sir Clayton? He replies, yes, thanks to you. The Knight Commander notes, the distrust between the two factions has surfaced.
Sir Clayton?
It would be best if they fought one another and destroyed themselves.
The Knight Commander notes the distrust between the two factions has surfaced.
They don't quite understand.
It would be best if they fought one another and destroyed
really
themselves.
Going through with it?
Logan adds, then we'll make sure that
answers,
happens.
Yes.
They don't quite understand him. His father asks, so
in the second Prince's
you're really
camp,
going through with
soldiers
it.
stand guard on the northern
Logan
outskirts.
answers yes.
Someone asks
we'll move
the guard,
once night
so
falls.
the Duke is stationed in the central barracks.
At night, in the
soldier
second
answers,
Prince's camp,
yes,
soldiers
stand
guard on the northern outskirts.
Count Famlo of the
Someone
second Prince's army, clutching a glass of wine,
the Duke is stationed in the
looking
central
drunk,
barracks.
tells
then,
the soldier,
the soldier
right,
answers
he
yes,
must be uneasy.
to stay by Prince
After all,
side.
the first Prince's
Count
forces
Famil
stepped in the
Cherno
back
of the
like
second
that.
Prince's
He
army,
mutters while staring into his
glass
wine.
of wine.
It was doomed from
and
the
looking
start.
drunk.
We never should have
the
made such a
soldier
ridiculous alliance.
He must be
and drinks.
uneasy.
Concerned,
After all,
the soldier
first
warns,
Prince's
"We're at
forces
war,
stabbed
sir.
them in the back
You should
like
take
that."
it easy on the drink.
He mutters,
but he is
while
cut off
staring
when
into
Count
his
Cherno
wine.
flings the
It
glass
was
in his
doomed
face
from
and
the
snaps.
start.
Silence.
We never
Who are you
should
to
have
give
made
me
such a
orders?
ridiculous
He points
alliance.
and demands.
And drinks.
The knight's duty is to make sure the enemy never breaches
we're
this.
at war. So make sure the enemy
defend this
never
outer wall
breaches
at all
this
costs.
perimeter.
The soldier
Defend
collapsed,
this outer
leaving
wall
the
at all
count baffled.
costs.
The
soldier collapses
lightly.
and the count
what
is baffled.
Kind of attack was that?
I only tossed it lightly.
He wondered aloud.
What kind of
shouting
night
for
falls
anyone
from
to
that?
answer.
He shouts
stormed out
for
of his
anyone,
tent only to
then
find several
storms
of
out
his soldiers
and finds
lying dead on the
soldiers on the ground.
What the hell is this?
What
he
the hell
cried
is
out.
this?
An
He
assassination.
An
They're all elite
assassination?
knights.
They're all
Who on
elite
earth
knights.
could have done this?
Who on earth could have
In
done
that
this?
moment, an
Meanwhile,
assassin
someone
approached from
approaches
behind
and
severed
severs
his
his head.
Remarking coldly,
The assassin remarks
duty.
drinking on guard
no
duty.
sense of vigilance
No
at all.
sense of vigilance
The news
at all.
reached the second prince, who was shocked
The
to hear
second
of the
prince is
intrusion.
shocked
A soldier
and asks an
reported,
intruder
"Yes,
outside the barracks.
Your Highness."
The
Count
soldier
Cherno
replies
and
yes,
5 elite
and
knights
Count
were
Cherno
killed.
and
Stunned,
5 elite
the
knights
second
were
prince
killed.
immediately summoned
Stunned,
Duke Jordan
the
Volterman.
second prince
What in
calls
the world
Jordan
is happening,
Volterman.
Duke?
What in the world
prince
is
demanded.
happening, Duke?
Jordan remaining
asks any
composed,
other witnesses.
asked if there were any
the
other
soldier
witnesses.
says they say the
soldier
intruder
replied,
fled incredibly
they say the
fast.
intruder fled incredibly
As if riding
fast.
on the wind
As
itself.
if riding on the wind
Jordan
itself.
thinks wind.
The mention of
and
wind
someone
and
who
an
could fell
individual
5
capable of felling
elite
5 elite
once.
knights at once
The
brought a
prince
few
asks,
names
do you
to
have any
Jordan's
idea
mind.
who it might
Do
be?
you have any
Jordan
idea
answers
who it
yes.
might be?
For now,
The prince pressed.
2 men, Wick and Kalia and
Jordan
Logan,
answered
come to
thoughtfully.
mind.
For
Then
now,
Juan
2
Douglas's
men,
smile
Boyce and
flashes
Kalia and
into his
Logan,
head,
come to mind.
and he changes his
Then
mind,
the image of
saying
Juan
no,
Douglas's
one
smile
man.
flashed in his
He
head,
concludes
and
it
he
must
corrected
be the
himself.
storm sword.
No, not
Wick
just
and
one
Kalia.
man. He finally
The
concluded
prince,
it must be the
alarmed,
storm sword.
says a
Boyce and Kalia.
transcendent, you say.
Alarmed, the
But
prince
Jordan
exclaimed,
reassures him you
transcendent,
needn't
you
worry,
say.
and orders
You
the
needn't
soldier
worry.
send for
Jordan
the top-tier
reassured
knights
him,
at once.
Then ordered the soldier,
Make sure they're quick on
send
their
for the
feet
top-tier
and
knights
nimble.
at once.
The prince worries.
Make sure they're quick
but
on their
Jordan
feet
insists
and
if we
nimble.
do nothing it will
Despite
harm
the
his
prince's
highness's
lingering worry,
standing
Jordan
and
insisted,
damage the soldiers'
if we do
morale.
nothing, it will
The
harm
prince
his highness's
understands
standing
and
and damage
replies
the
yes.
soldiers' morale.
Then,
Understanding
furious,
the political
he
implications,
adds moreover,
the prince
hiding
agreed.
the presence of a
Yes,
mage
he
after
said, his
knowing
voice
it,
laced with
and
fury.
deceiving us must be
Moreover,
avenged.
hiding the presence
He
of a
bellows,
mage after
Duke,
knowing it and
show them what
deceiving us
happens
must
to
be
traitors.
avenged.
Jordan
Duke,
smiles and says
show
your
them what
orders
happens
will
to
be carried
traitors.
out.
With a confident smile,
Outside the tent,
Jordan
someone
replied,
listens
your
to their
orders will be carried
conversation
out.
and thinks things
Unseen,
are going
someone
strangely.
listened in on their
aren't
conversation
they?
from
We
outside
see
the
Logan
tent,
returning,
thinking to
laughing.
themselves,
Logan's
things are
plan
going
bears
strangely,
fruit.
aren't
Or
they?
rather,
Meanwhile,
Philip Claude's plan.
Logan and Fling, the
If you
true
enjoyed the
perpetrator,
video,
was seen
give it a
returning,
like,
laughing
subscribe
to
to the
himself.
channel, and hit
Logan's
the
plan,
bell
or
so
rather,
you don't miss the
Philip
next
Claude's
episode.
plan was